I am so excited to talk about the dialysis interview. I don't know how you got here or why you're here. If you're like, oh, I have a dialysis interview in a few days, or if you're like, I think I might interview for this dialysis job, or like, I'm a nurse and I need a new specialty and I just don't know where to go. Let me see if dialysis nursing is right for me. And that's the age old question. That was the question that I asked when I first started this dialysis channel. Is dialysis nursing right for you? So let's dive in. Is dialysis nursing right for you? And what does a dialysis interview look like? Oh, wow, great. Here it is, Dialysis Interview Success Guide. If you would like to follow along with me and really take a deep dive into this, I have it at my Etsy shop. Please check it out. I have so many things on there. I am having too much fun, and it really reminds me of what it was like when I first started dialysis. Like, I did not know what I didn't know. Your trusted resource to help you confidently prepare and stand out in your dialysis interview. When I'm going back all the way to 2008 when I had my first interview. It was somewhere in Wisconsin and I was a new grad nurse, and I remember being so nervous, like, what am I gonna wear? I still got like that at other interviews I was at, like, what am I gonna wear? I would go out to Target, I'd go and I'd be like, okay, I need new pants and I need a simple shirt. Oh my God, I don't have the right shoes. And I would spend a ton of money for this interview that lasted 20 minutes. It was insanity, absolute insanity. And we're going to talk about that. Let's just talk about it right now since I am. It seems to be a really important, it's what I really want you to take away from this interview is just be comfortable when you get there. The most recent interviews that I've had, I've just showed up in scrubs. I am comfortable in scrubs. I've been wearing scrubs since 2003, okay? I am comfortable in scrubs. I am not comfortable in business casual wear. I don't have a lot of that, so I'm not going to show up to an interview in business casual. I can sell it. I can sell to you. You might be like, no way, I have to do business casual. Fine, do whatever makes you comfortable. But for me, I'm like, oh, I show up in scrubs and they're nice scrubs. They can see me working as a nurse. You know what I mean? Like, it gives them a good visual too. So that's kind of how I sold it to myself that way. And I was just way more comfortable. I wasn't like all futzy and like, oh, I'm so uncomfortable. Are these shoes right? Oh my God, it's raining. I'm done with that. What to wear? So we talked about what to wear, what to bring. I always bring a notebook and a pen, water. Before I get there, if I know who I'm interviewing with, I write down their names. So then during the interview, I can be like, oh, thank you so much, Sarah. Thank you for that awesome question. Thing. But I like to hear my own name. So when I'm always impressed when I'm interviewing people and they call me by name, I'm always like, oh, that's nice. I really like that. Key strategies for interview success. I have done this for all of my interviews and it has always paid off. And I will write these things in my notebook kind of cue some of my answers. Thorough research. What are their mission and values? I remember one of the interviews that I had, they asked what was a priority for me, and I knew that they had partnered with some kind of like United Way or some kind of campaign for the community. And that, I like that. I'm like, yeah, that community support is important to me. So then I could kind of bring that back. Like, oh, I read that you guys are big on United Way and you support them in a lot of different ways. I would really like to be a part of that. Specific and data driven, avoid vague responses. If you're a new grad and you're like, I don't have any concrete responses, you do, because you have lived, all right? You have a life. I'm sure you've experienced something in nursing school or in your real life, like with your family, whatever kind of conflict, team building things that you have had to do in your life, you can bring it to the dialysis interview. Because if I'm interviewing you as a new grad, I'm not going to expect you to be like, oh my gosh, they had a fever and urine was cloudy and they had a lot of like back pain and I just knew that they had a UTI and we got them tested. I'm not going to expect that from you as a new grad. All I really want when I interview people is just that they're engaged and kind of have fun. Like, sometimes I know we can get so stuck on the right answer, and it's really a secret I really want you to know. It has nothing to do with the answers. It's a vibe, okay? It's a vibe. So don't get stuck on making sure that you have the right answers. Always think of the question of like, what's the number one thing you have to work on? And it's, oh, I'm just too perfect. I'm just too perfect. Like, that's BS. Like that. That's a BS answer. and we're gonna see right through it. Like, for example, when they ask you, like, what is something that you can work on, and you don't want to say perfectionism, and you just don't know. You also don't want to be like, there's nothing I need to work on. Like, oh, I'm not sure. Go to that interview being like, what is something that I need to work on? What are one of my weaknesses? It can be simple, like as a new grad, you can be like, I'm a new grad. Like, I don't have a lot of experience that some of the other candidates might have. And then you get to like sell it and twist it a little bit. But the good news about that is I'm coachable. And I haven't had any of those bad habits yet. I'm not stuck in those bad habits. So I'm excited to come here and learn the way you guys do things and do things according to policy with the stressing on infection prevention. All you have to be is honest. Like, I'm not comfortable calling the provider. I have fear about that. Is that something any of your other nurses have experienced, or is that something that you can help me with? And they might be like, actually, we have some really great SBAR tools that you can use, or our physicians, they love to teach, they love new grads. Show genuine enthusiasm. 2 cups of coffee is going to help with me with that enthusiasm. Be excited to be there. Like, you're excited. Oh, the enthusiasm when you're interviewing someone is so much fun. I love it because you can kind of tell if somebody's into it or not. And even as an interviewee or an interviewer, it's good to just kind of ask questions. How are you? How was your weekend? Like, just simple things like, oh, what do you like to do for fun? Just kind of some of these icebreakers are okay to do if you're interviewing someone. Somehow you'll sneak a joke in there. I swear, I don't even know where my jokes come from. Highlight soft skills. Emphasize critical non-clinical skill. Critical non-clinical skills like communication or teamwork. I get along with patients really well. I have a really good time. And one of the things that I really like about dialysis care is the continuity, that I get to take care of the same patients all week. I love getting to know patients, and we have a lot of fun together. And then next we're going to go into the STAR method application. This is especially if you, it sounds like I might need to use it a little bit more. If you can get off on a tangent when somebody asks you a question and all of a sudden you're out, like in Texas, I don't know, what do you guys do in Texas? All of a sudden you're just like in another country and you're just like, how did I get here? The question was like, how was your day? And all of a sudden I'm like in another country. This is going to help you focus. These are questions for all nurses. All nurses, whether you have dialysis experience or not, you're going to get some version of these questions. So just take a look at them and kind of get ready for them. Just because you don't have any experience does not mean you've never been in a stressful situation. All we're looking for, at least all I was looking for, is just honesty. Yeah, I actually didn't handle this situation that well, but I learned a lot from it, and now in the future, I'm going to do it like this. Gosh, see? Just honesty. Dialysis specific questions, if you have dialysis experience. If you're a travel nurse, these are some of the questions that you are going to get. They're kind of fun. We're obsessed about infection prevention at dialysis. Obsessed. Interview question answer STAR method. Did you guys learn about this in school, or is this kind of like brand new? Because I found this on the internet, and it really keeps you kind of focused. Like, even in your notebook, write STAR, situation, task. It's kind of like SBAR, but for interviews. Asking thoughtful questions. I love this. When I am interviewing, if they ask me questions about myself, I'm just like, oh, you care about me? And it just helps break the ice. Here are some questions for you that you can ask. What do you love about dialysis? How does this team support new hires? I mean, you can use these. These are great questions. This may seem obvious, but it really means a lot, especially if you're interested in the job. Do this thank you letter, because then it makes us think about you again. And it's just like, this is a kind, caring, compassionate person that they kind of describe themselves as in the interview. Like, that's nice. If you're excited for this interview, if you're really excited, we'll be able to tell. But if it's just an escape from your other job, and all you do is complain about your other job, we're going to be like, well, the job's not the problem, because then it's going to be that same thing wherever you go. I would not suggest talking badly about your other job, but you can just, even if that is going on, I would suggest just being like, I'm just ready for a change. I've been doing this for a while, or like, I just really want to be specialized. I really enjoy the dialysis community. I've been researching it online and I really like it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.